Hey guys, welcome to McFarland's Corner. I'm Mike McFarland, the Lake Fork Guide, your host. Today I am going to be giving you a free public report for Lake Fork. I'd like to remind you that we do a members only report that's much more upgraded than the free report, and it's real simple to subscribe to that. Look in the description below the video, click on the link and subscribe. You get a lot more information, including multiple lakes in the northeast Texas area, and from about 5 different guides, multiple species fish. Before we get started today on the Lake Fork Fishing Report, I want to give a big shout out to our headline sponsors, J. Hodge Chevrolet, Sulphur Springs dealership. It's real close to you here. If you need any service or you're looking to buy a new vehicle, go up there and see them at J. Hodge Chevrolet. Texas Insider Fishing Report, about ready to be back on television here. About third week of March, we start filming again with world famous Captain Rick Murphy, Miss Florida, Bree, and Mr. Dave Farrell in Dave's Corner. Look forward to doing that with them on TV. And we give reports all from the coast to all of Texas. Really, really cool thing there with the Texas Insider Fishing Report. And a lot of big sponsors that they have there with Texas Insider Fishing Report, Berkeley and Abu and on and on. So big shout out to those two big headlines. Let's get right into it today and tell you some information about Lake Fork. Lake is stabilized. 2 days ago when I gave you a report, the lake was 402.76. They have closed gates apparently, and it hasn't changed in 2 days. Clarity is still 0 to 1, and the main lake is about 49 to 51 degrees. You can find some pocket water, and probably not today because today is Thursday and it's really windy out there, so wind is churning up the lake. But you can generally find some pocket water in the mid-50s, 54, 55 degrees. If you find some 52 to 55 degree water, you'll get a few bites. You should expect a few bites. You find some 58, 60 degree water, and you should absolutely be catching some fish. But we're still cold, and we're still kind of battling what I call the Texas two-step, which is we warm trend and then we cool trend. We warm trend and we cool trend. Very, very common for Northeast Texas to have a week of awesome subtropical weather and then get hit with 3 days of subarctic temperatures. So we really forward, backwards like the Texas two-step. If you're fishing shallow, moving baits definitely are your best bet. Spinner baits, chatter baits, crank baits. Depending on the water color and clarity, where you're at would be your color choices. Definitely some fish moving into the shallow waters, especially with these warm trends that we're having right now. If you're staying offshore in the deeper water, I highly suggest your jigs and or you live scope. Use the live scope to find the fish, and then you can throw an array of different baits at them: Alabama rigs, swim baits, jerk baits. They're starting to produce a lot of baits, companies are, that are made for live scoping. Also remember, when you're live scoping, there's a couple things. There's some additive scent that actually has some reflective stuff in it that you can put on your baits that actually helps. It shows up more on the live scope so you can see your bait a little bit better. But remember that if you keep shining that live scope on the fish, you will push the fish away. You will spook the fish. They're getting very spooky and used to the pressure from live scope. North end of the lake is going to be more dirty than the midsection and south, where you see better clarity down south. But again, you're going to see colder water down south versus the warmer water up north. So I really expect a couple of things. It looks like the next 10 days is just reasonable warm trends. We will have high winds. That's very common this time of year. The elite anglers, that BASS elite anglers, are coming next week. They'll be practicing Monday through Wednesday. And then they start day one, Thursday, February 29th. And then they fish Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the finals would be on Sunday, Championship Sunday. I really expect the elite anglers to show out. With the weather we've been having, with where the lake is, the moon phase that's drawing fish in right now, I really expect it to be a big show. Unless something dramatic changes and we get subarctic temperatures that hit, the elite anglers are going to catch them. They're going to showcase the beauty of Lake Fork. And that is, it's full of big bass. So I don't care what negativity you hear. For some reason, there's some drama stirs out there There's some people that just don't understand how much they hurt an area, or they hurt the economics of an area when they badmouth it the way that Lake Fork seems to get a negative badmouth when it goes down on the downside. But that's fishing. All lakes go up and down. Just a few years ago, Toledo Bend was on fire. Then it wasn't. Now they're catching them again. So I can tell you 2022 was one of the best years I've ever had on Lake Fork. I had 149 bass over 8 pounds. Yes, last year, 2023, was pretty tough with low water condition, or water conditions can come back up and flooded, and it's okay. It's cyclic. It's a very cyclic nature. So what I'm trying to portray to you is just don't buy in when you hear the rumor and the nonsense and the garbage. Usually that's just exactly what it is. Gossip. Gossip really is amazing how much it can hurt a place and hurt people. So don't buy into that, okay? I'm telling you that lake is healthy, and again, next week, when the elite anglers fish, you will see, it was aired on television, that they catch plenty of fish, and there'll be a lot of big ones caught, okay? So that's the value I want to give. This morning, we had a nationwide outing of phones. Started at 2 o'clock in the morning, so for whatever reason, I haven't been able to get some of the fishing reports coming in from my buddies, my partners, and things in this business. Normally, I would give you a free crappie fishery report on Fork right now, too. What I will tell you is the crappie are doing the same thing. In the winter, bass and crappie and predators and everything, they kind of move offshore. They move offshore because that's where the bait goes. They suspend in open, deeper water. And as the spring begins to approach and warm, they all migrate back in. And so right now, the crappie have done the same thing. They've migrated, but you can find fish offshore in 50 feet of water, and you can find crappie in 2 feet of water. No major concentration of fish in any specific area. Hand-tied jigs are going to be your best bet if you're out offshore. Your chartreuses are good. If you get shallow into the dirtier water, you may want to add like blackened chartreuse. Darker colors show up better in dirty water. And realistically, the bass are doing the same thing. Like I just told you, if you're shallow, you're going to throw some moving baits, reaction baits, spinner baits, chatterbaits, things like that. These are darker colors than the dirty water. You get in the main lake out offshore and maybe you're live scoping, you might want to use more of the natural colors in a jerk bait or whatnot in that water that's a little bit cleaner. It's really important to just remember that, okay? I absolutely expect that within the next 2 to 3 weeks, the lake will really turn on for the spawn. And by the second or third week of March, we will have spawning fish. There will be bedding fish trying to spawn. And that always gets real fun. So the reason I'm sharing that with you is remember that happens fast. Okay, those fish come from offshore, and boy, they beat to the banks in a hurry. So kind of play it the way you want to play it, all right? A couple things I want to do. I want to remind you one more time again that there's a members-only channel to my YouTube page. It's subscription-based only, and I go over a lot more details on Lake Fork. I cover colors of baits, specific baits, presentations of those baits, and key and most productive areas to be fishing. This report is extremely detailed and very beneficial to you. So if you haven't subscribed to my members only channel, again, look in the link below. Give it a try. If you don't like it, you don't think it's beneficial, you can always unsubscribe. It's real simple. But I'm fixing here to go over my top 5 baits and top 5 areas that I would be fishing Lake Fork right now. If I was going this weekend, if I was you and I was going this weekend, the members only is covering that really, really well. All right. Aside from that, we're going to give a big shout out again to all the sponsors: Jayhawk Chevrolet, Skeeter Bass Boats, Diamond Sports Marine. I just put the Garmin Live Scope on my boat. Had Fred install it there from Diamond Sports. Thank you, Fred Barthold. Yamaha Texas Insider Fishing Report with Captain Rick Murphy, Dave Farrell, and Bree. Abu Garcia, Berkeley. Power Pole, Bass Assassin, Bajio Sunglasses, Tightlines UV, Lake Fork Trophy Lures, Impact Lures, Sandtone Lures, Real-Time Rods, Magic Reaction, that's the smell that we put on our soft plastic baits. Lake Fork Marina, I love that store. It's an awesome place and one of the best hotels on the lake. Managed by far, Lake Fork Marina is managed the best. Go Fish Lures, Steve's Custom Prop Shop, The Original Rod Socks, The Sign Shop, The Burning Stump Lodge, Lake Fork Resort, love those guys, awesome tackle shop, Lake Fork Resort. Murphy's Law Sport Fishing, if you want to do some awesome ocean fishing down in Florida, Captain Rick Murphy and Murphy's Law Sport Fishing. Jamie's Restaurant, oh my, the pie and the food. Today I went and had the special barbecue sausage, mashed potatoes, corn, and man, it's so good. The food's so good there, and the pie is even better. Tackle Co-op, again, coming very soon. And Jamie's Jacked Up Designs. Those are all of our supporters and sponsors. Thanks to all of those guys. Appreciate them. Appreciate you for subscribing, watching. Hit the like button, comment below, share anything you'd like to share. I had someone share a fishing report the other day of lakes we don't fish. Thank you to that young man or that gentleman that did that. I can't remember the name of the lake right now. In fact, I'll go publicly here and just give it to you. If you're sticking around and you're watching this far, let's just kind of show you the interaction that we tend to get from this awesome support that we have here. Purtis Creek. This is actually from a member. February 21st through the 24th, he caught 12 fish. Biggest was 7.4 pounds. I'm sorry, February 21st, 2024. All fish were caught on red chatterbaits thrown to the bank or edges of the grass. Water temperature was 56, 57. That's Purtis Creek. And I don't know the name here. I have the YouTube channel name, but I won't share that. But I just want to give a big shout out to those that are involved. And I ask you to be involved too as well. Share a picture. If you want to book a trip, 602-826-1524. I'd love to spend some time with you on the water and show you our world famous lake fort. And other than that, I wish you all great fishing, and thanks for watching.